to a computer by mail. It probably takes a few days getting there. That can be a real problem when your company depends on its computer for the latest, most current data. But Data Phone Service helps speed information to a computer in seconds instead of days over regular telephone lines. So market results, production schedules, and warehouse orders get to where they need to go fast. Data Phone Service helps make sure the facts a computer receives today aren't the facts it should have gotten last week.
The American Telephone and Telegraph Company and your local Bell Company keep finding new ways to serve business better. One way is to help keep your company's computer on a diet of current facts.
All right, back at halftime here at the Civic Arena with Schenley leading Norristown by a score of 36-32. A 4-point edge for the Spartans in a game, D, that seems to have gone pretty much the way we thought it would at the beginning. Figured to be close.
I think that's true, Ed. Both of these teams are well balanced. Schenley has 5 players who average in double figures throughout the season, and Norristown has 3 players who average in double figures, but it's a close game. A lot of good talent on both sides. I think both Williams and Lucas have proven that they're both all-state material.
Well, we have some scoring figures here for Schenley. Ricky Coleman with 11, Jeff Matthews 8, Maurice Lucas 9, Tom Thornton 4, G. Kelly 4. For Norristown, Greg Gaskin 2, Lamar Crowder 3, Henry Williams 13, Doc Holliday 4, and he's in foul trouble with 3. Wayne Butler has 4, and Mike Reinhardt is in with 6 points.
Also in the shooting, Ed, Schenley at 51% from the field in the first half. Norristown did pretty good. They hit 40% from the field, so that's good shooting percentages in anybody's book.
51-40, and I think that the really fascinating aspect of this ball game tonight, D, is the fact that you've got a matchup here between Maurice Lucas and of Schenley and Henry Williams of Norristown, 2 big guys, 2 true all-staters. Now, last night here at the Civic Arena, 2 state titles were decided, Class B and C championships. We'll look now at the Class B game.
The Midland Leopards in white, representing the West, and the Camp Hill Lions in blue from the eastern part of the state. Midland with the ball. Ricky Burke to Larry Slappy and on into Greg Love to get the Leopards underway. Salas in the corner underneath to Big George Green, who led Midland with 21 points. Burks feeds Salas on a fast break for another Leopard score. Midland actually won the ball game in the first quarter. Now here's the Midland zone defense that baffled Camp Hill, kept them outside, as Midland ran off 14 points before Camp Hill could get on the board. There's George Green, number 42 of Midland, with the rebound. Now here is Camp Hill's first basket. Steve Slyke, 6 minutes and 32 seconds into the ball game. For Camp Hill, Pete Kramer misses. Craig Roberts puts the rebound up. Kramer was the high scorer with 27 points. Salas feeding Green underneath. Midland led by 16 at halftime. Salas bringing it down. He pops from 10 feet out. He picked up a hot hand in the first half when they double-teamed George Green. There's the Camp Hill bench. They made a fine comeback in the third quarter to move within 7 points. For Midland, Larry Slappy. Midland again, Ricky Burke to Greg Love, to Slappy, and then in to Big George Green. Ed Olkowski, the Midland coach. Love spots Salas, open underneath, 2 more. Midland won the A championship back in 1965. Craig Roberts hits from the corner for Camp Hill. Now Salas breaking. Stops. He hands off to Slappy, who scores. Salas to Green underneath, and Big George scores again. Midland wins the state Class B championship with a 61-52 victory over Camp Hill. Midland coach Ed Olkowski gets the victory ride.
We'll show you highlights of the Class C championship after local station identification. Mount Penn came out on top in the Class C championship game. Laurel Valley had gone to the state finals 3 times, and they lost all 3 times. We'll see highlights of that now.
Laurel Valley is in black, Mount Penn in white. Mount Penn jumped out to a 14-7 lead in the first quarter. Bob Wilson, 20, came off the bench and hit on this jumper for the Mountaineers. He scored 7 points in the second quarter. Laurel Valley couldn't find the range early in the game and committed several fouls. The Silverman twins marked Mount Penn's early scoring. Steve Silverman, number 30, scored on this fast break. Mount Penn shot 50% from the field in the first half. Laurel Valley barely shot over 30%. Fouls really hurt the Rams. Mike Silverman, 50, hit on this jumper from the top of the key as Mount Penn led at halftime, 34-20. In the third quarter, Laurel Valley played Mount Penn on fairly even terms. Barry Anderson, 45, hits on a short jumper for the Rams. Steve Silverman, 30, came back with a layup. He had 6 points in the third period and 14 in the game. Jim Harnish came back with a steal for Laurel Valley and turned it into 2 points. Doug Wagner also scored on a layup, but Mount Penn sustained a 47-30 lead after 3 periods. The Silverman twins got back into the act for the Mountaineers. Steve missed the shot, but brother Mike grabbed the rebound. He had 13 for the evening. Barry Anderson came back for Laurel Valley, hitting on a short jumper. He scored 12 points in the second half and finished with 15 for the evening. For Mount Penn, 4 players hit in double figures. Mike Frankhauser hit on this jumper from the corner. He had 10 in the game. Fred Whittick was tops for the winners. He missed his short jumper but put up the rebound for 2. He had 16 points in the game as Mount Penn won 66-41. It was their second championship in 4 years. After a quick shower, the Mountaineers proudly carried their trophy home to put beside the one they won in 1968 when they defeated Williamsburg for the State C crown.
Our halftime entertainment, Ed, here is the